Well, hello everybody. We're here from Bobby's Hobbies, and we are running a very old locomotive. It's from the 1970s, and it is a ROCO E8, and this is just running it. It hasn't been run like in forever, and now it wasn't in the box. It was just in inside of a cabinet, and it's not moving here, which is not good. Oh my gosh, poor baby there. She's derailed. Let's get her back. As you can see, it's a beautiful Penzi. We really should put a little oil. I mean, this hasn't had any oil in forever. I mean, it sounds like it has no oil. And I don't see any easy access oiling points. Nor do I see an easy access liftoff. Yeah, I don't think these lift off as easily as some of the others. Let's see what I can find here. Well, as you can see, this is a ROCO locomotive, and the way to get this off is with this top screw. And there might be some more tricks on here too, you never know. Yeah, that's always a good thing, dropping it. But how do we find it? Well, let's see. I have to get that little light. Okay, we're back. We took the top off. We found that little tiny screw with the use of this really nice spotlight flashlight, which has this very bright light. So that was good. Now, if I really wanted to take this off completely, I have to take off that front coupler, but I don't really want to do that. You can see it's got a nice solid engine, can. There is one flywheel, and both trucks have power, which is unusual for a model of this age. Is it possible this is from the early 80s? It's possible. And there you got a good view inside. And as I work on this, the question is, what is the best place to lubricate? And I don't want to go crazy. I don't want to take too many things apart, because sometimes you cause more problems than you had to start with. And actually the pickup on this was really good. You could see that it runs really nice. Now, does it need oil? Where would you put some oil? Well, the basic spot is here. Basic spot. We got to do the other side. But how can we get it down into that gear housing? You know, the later models have holes in them, and this doesn't. In other words, like access points. This really does not, which is kind of unusual. Well, it's not unusual for the time. It's just a bad design for the here and now. You know, compared to a modern locomotive, there'd be some hole in here, and with that hole, you could use this needle oiler. But there's no hole here. Wow, it just does not exist. Well, I could take this all apart, but I'm a little tired right now. And that is not something I want to engage in, because that can cause a whole mess of trouble. So the other question is, what about from underneath here? If I take this off, it might be just enough. Let's see. Wow, that's on tight. Wow, that is one big screw. Oh, jackpot. Look at that. Jackpot. Okay, now, yeah, there's no oil on here forever. Alright, so we got the heavy oil on there. Really don't like using the light oil. It tends to run all over the place. Well, that's a lot better than it was in terms of oil. There was nothing before. Wow. You could see how well made this is. This is ROCO. So now if it's from the 80s, it's still pretty old. It's still 40 years old. Maybe it's in its 30s. But I think this one was as is from the 70s. ROCO was just made better. Well, now that we've done that, oops, we might as well do the next one. Because obviously gonna have the same problem, because it sounded, you know, like it was really missing oil. And they must put some kind of Loctite on this, because you hear a little snap like when it comes out. So they must do that so the screw doesn't come out. This one, of course, may not come out as easily because the coupler's in there. Yep. Maybe we can wiggle it. Wiggle it, wiggle it. Yeah. We're good. Of course, this is no good now. I'll have to figure out how to put that light back in. Ah, yes, now the problems start. The wheel's popping off. See, you should clean it. But look, it's actually pretty clean. This hasn't really been doing a whole lot. Must have kept this in a nice box all these years. Maybe not its original box, but nevertheless someplace high and dry. You could see it, how nicely made this is. Now, alright, well, a little oil should go a long way. I think I got it all. I wonder how that light's going to be held in place. We're going to have to see. There must be... There's a little plug here. Where does that go? Maybe this goes... Wow, not easy to see. You just kind of leave it loose in there, but that doesn't seem right. Let's see, is there a... Oh, the wheel fell out, but I'm not really worried about that right now. How would this light go in here? You'd think it would pop into the ceiling. Yep. That's where it goes. See it? See that hole up there? That's where that little piece goes, right in there. So if we want to have the light in the right spot, that'd be nice if I got a needle nose plier. But wait a minute, that's the hole for the screw. So that doesn't make sense at all. Is there another light? Yes, it's not that one, it's this one. Now I see it. It's right up here. Funny how they didn't glue it. Probably because they think at some point you'd have to take it out. Doesn't want to fit in there either. No hole on the side. Oh, that's actually flush. There really isn't a good place to hold that little light.